Okay, let's get started. I'm Abby Harrington. This is my Unit 2 assessment of the circular flow of economic activity. The first part that I want to look at here in all of this is the product market. The product market is basically where the firms have a good or service that is needed or wanted by the households. So they offer it to them, and the physical flow is directed from the firms to the households, and they would receive the good or service that is being provided to them. This could be anything like cars, food, clothes, products, whatever you can imagine that would be needed in a household that is not already existent there. And because they receive these things, they also make payments for them and to make an equal exchange here. So they would give the money that they have to the firms or businesses uh, because of what they received. This can be done via credit cards, cash, loans, whatever they could do to pay back for what they received. The next thing I want to look at is the factor market. The factor market is basically the reverse of the product market. Here, the household is what has the good or service that's needed by the firms, instead of it being what it was like in the product market, where the firms had the good or service. Now the house has it and the firm wants it. So the physical flow goes from the households to the firms, and this could be anything like livestock or produce that's like grown on farms or stuff, or even jobs that people who run the households work for the firms or businesses or with them. Um, their service is given to the firms. And same thing as in the factor market, but the other way around is the monetary flow here. Because the firm is the one receiving the good or service, they are the ones to also pay for it. So money goes from the firm to the household, and this could be like a paycheck or just a regular payment for whatever they're receiving. Yeah, so that's the factor market, the reverse of product market. The next part that I want to look at here is the government and how it's all tied up in this. It looks a little messy because it's a bit more complicated, but I've tried to map it out easily to so you can understand it. So here, the government is involved in the monetary flow as well, where it places taxes on the household and the firms, and so their money goes from their party to the government and makes payments to them. And it's also very involved in the physical flow. It makes purchases from the firms, so if they need some product or service or anything, they go to the firms and would receive a good or service that they have. Same thing with households. They hire people and provide jobs for them, and so the people in the household are offering a service for the government. But they're not just taking everything here, they are also giving. So they do make expenses, and they provide jobs for people in households. Like I said, whether it's for the government or for anything else, they are providing for the household and giving them something to have. And then for the firms, they're also doing the same thing. For example, they would like build roads for the businesses. Um, yeah, so there's this kind of like this big loop and stuff going on here, but in each section there is a give and take relationship going on, like in product market, where the firms are giving to the households and the households are giving money back to the firms. Factor market, the reverse of this, where the physical flow is going from the households to the firms, and the firms give money to the households. Government, which is tied up in all of this, receives money from firms and households, also receives services and goods from firms and households, but they also make expenses for them and provide things for them. All right, so that's it. I hope this was put together easily for you to understand, and I hope it was enjoyable. All right, thank you. Have a good day.